Imagine waking up tomorrow to a world where energy is essentially free. No more electricity bills, no more gas stations, no more fighting over oil. Sounds like paradise, right? But here's where things get interesting. The consequences of unlimited clean energy would reshape our world in ways you've never considered. Let's start with the obvious. The fossil fuel industry vanishes overnight. Saudi Arabia, Russia, and Venezuela watch their primary source of wealth evaporate. We're talking about the collapse of entire national economies. The geopolitical map gets redrawn. Power shifts from nations sitting on oil reserves to countries controlling energy technology and infrastructure. But here's the twist. This creates a new kind of colonialism. Wealthy nations rush to build energy infrastructure in developing countries, not out of generosity, but to control the distribution networks. You don't need to own the energy source when you own the pipes. Now consider water. With unlimited energy, desalination becomes trivially cheap. Every coastal nation can convert seawater into fresh water endlessly. The Middle East transforms from desert to garden. California's water wars end. But wait, this triggers something unexpected. Humans start settling in the most extreme environments on Earth. The Sahara Desert, now its prime real estate, Antarctica. Welcome to the newest continent for colonization. We're no longer constrained by where resources naturally exist. Here's where it gets wild. Indoor vertical farming explodes. Why? Because growing food indoors under artificial lights was always energy prohibitive. Not anymore. Suddenly, we can grow strawberries in the Arctic and cocoa in Alaska. Traditional agriculture collapses. Those amber waves of grain, they're replaced by skyscrapers filled with crops. Rural farming communities vanish. But this solves world hunger, right? Perhaps. Yet it also means a handful of corporations control food production in climate-controlled towers. The family farm becomes a museum piece. Let's talk about something nobody sees coming. Artificial intelligence explodes beyond recognition. Why? Because training advanced AI models requires enormous computational power, which means enormous energy. Currently, energy costs limit AI development. Remove that constraint and AI advancement accelerates exponentially. We're talking about AI systems millions of times more powerful than today's models. This could solve countless problems, but it also means whoever controls the computing infrastructure wields unprecedented power. Space exploration transforms overnight. The biggest barrier to space travel isn't technology, it's energy. Launching rockets, sustaining life support, traveling vast distances, all energy problems. With unlimited clean energy, Mars colonization becomes economically viable. Asteroid mining becomes profitable. Humanity becomes a multiplanetary species within decades. But here's the catch. Space becomes the new frontier for inequality. The ultra-wealthy establish off-world havens while Earth's poor remain grounded. Now for the truly counterintuitive part. Unlimited energy might actually harm the environment. How? Because energy was always the limiting factor on human activity. Want to move a mountain? Too energy intensive. Want to drain a sea? Too expensive. Unlimited energy removes all constraints on human ambition. We could literally reshape continents, flatten mountain ranges for development, melt polar ice deliberately for shipping routes. The environmental destruction wouldn't come from pollution, but from the sheer scale of projects we could suddenly undertake. Consider the psychological shift. Humans evolved in a world of scarcity. Our entire value system revolves around limited resources. What happens when energy, the fundamental input for everything, becomes unlimited? Our economic models break down. Why would anything cost money if energy is free, and robots powered by free energy can manufacture everything? We'd need to completely reimagine capitalism, work, and value itself. Here's something chilling. Climate control becomes possible. With unlimited energy, we could theoretically manipulate weather patterns, adjust global temperatures, or even modify atmospheric composition. Sounds great until you realize nations would weaponize this. Imagine economic superpowers threatening to redirect rainfall away from rival nations or artificially creating hurricanes. Weather becomes the new nuclear deterrent. The social fabric tears in unexpected ways. Communities built around shared resource management dissolve. Why cooperate when everyone has unlimited power? The social bonds formed through collective energy challenges, from raising barn walls to community solar projects, disappear. We become more isolated even as we become more powerful. So here's what unlimited clean energy really gives us. Not a utopia, but a mirror reflecting humanity's deepest nature. It amplifies our capabilities without changing our character. We gain the power of gods without the wisdom to wield it responsibly. The question isn't whether we could handle unlimited clean energy. The question is, what would unlimited power reveal about who we really are? And are we ready to face that answer?